Aquarius, what is up? Welcome to Flavored Vivid. For those of you guys that are new here, my name is Carissa. The way that I do my readings is intuitively. I like to start off in your etheric energy, ground it down to the physical, some general messages. I pull a spread on your finances and career. I pull a spread on your love life, and I close out with spirit guide messages. Okay, Aquarius. There's this energy around you. You have God of Indulgence. It's in the reverse, and then Goddess of Compassion is here. And God of the Underworld is also here. There's like an indulgence in your shadow energy right now. And I feel like you're triggering it onto yourself. Okay. Like you have stay out of judgment, ego check. Now, ego check is not always just like about what we do to others. It's about like ways that we view ourselves. So self-criticism, there's something about like your sense of self-worth that has been diminishing. Maybe telling yourself like, oh, I'll never find love and I'm whatever, it's like, I'm Nine of Pentacles here. There's something about it's in the reverse, and you have the King of Cups in the upright. So this is showing me like your emotional, your mental health right now might not be doing that great. Okay, it is the holidays. There's a lot of different things that are going on. We just got over a pretty rough full moon, which still has this impact over you. And we have self-imposed limitation. You've got Delta doorway with fear that came out together. Okay. And so it's like unhealed bad decisions, subconscious blockages, forgiveness, limitless freedom. You also have insanity loop here, which is like repeating cycles and lessons. So there's just this energy of like you being so hard on yourself. But the truth is there's a need for radical honesty with yourself about something here. Maybe you're indecisive. Maybe you have these self-sabotaging ways of things that you do. Like you want the good, like, so for example, it'd be getting in a relationship and then sabotaging your way out of it, even though it's a genuine individual or something. It's looking for perceived flaws or looking for arguments or whatever it may be, right? It could be with work where it's just like quitting jobs impulsively and then screwing yourself over and you like don't have income or finances. Whatever it may be for you, it could be the self-criticism, thinking your art's not good enough, you're not pretty enough. Give me one moment. Cerberus, Serby, come here. No, not Surrey.
Sorry, I don't understand.
That's because I wasn't talking to you. Hello, you crazy protective man. That is my puppy. Soul, enough. And that is my other dog checking. My puppy. Dogs, relax. Relax. That must have been really exciting, whatever you saw in the backyard. Oh my goodness. Okay. So there could be a lot of chaos around you here. But enough, Serby. Mommy's working. They need to go for a W. I can't say the whole word, but yes. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump into this reading. So I think that there's been a lot of you living in your mind, okay? I think there's a lot of rationalizing or justifying the way that you're viewing things, the way that you're perceiving your reality. And Spirit keeps giving you these opportunities to shift your perspective, to change things. And Krishna, I'm gonna have to block you, baby. I don't know what you're saying, okay? There's no reason to close my eye. I keep saying though, and then you're over here making fun of me. So stay out of judgment, ego check, all right? Find that very interesting that's like coming in here. But anyways, I think that the Spirit keeps giving you opportunities to do things differently, and somehow you end up doing it the same because the way that our egos are set up, like if you look into Carl Jung, for example, I've been talking about him a lot today, but when he was working with Freud, he had to take a step back, okay? Give me a second. Yep, there we go. And okay. So when Jung worked with Freud, he had to take a step back and he had to really go within and do shadow work. Jung really cultivated like shadow work, inner child healing, etc., etc. And the thing is he recognized that there is a shadow to shadow work, and how a lot of people identify with specific archetypes because they're looking for something outside of themselves. They're looking to understand everything, to meticulously find definition and meaning for everything when we're not meant to. we are just not meant to. If we were meant to access our full unconscious mind, then we would have access to our full unconscious mind. And he said how dangerous of a slope it can be because the ego will hijack the experience. Okay. And that's what I'm seeing here in your reading. It's like sometimes you're doing your shadow work, right? You're doing everything right. But your ego keeps hijacking the experience in a way that is making you self-sabotage. Whether you're self-sabotaging through negative thought forms, through thinking negatively towards self, whatever these self-imposed limitations are. Self-imposed limitations are limitations that we put on ourselves. We're like, I'm not good enough for this. I'm not this. I'm not that, right? And so that's what I am seeing here in your reading in that way, okay? Oh, your thing comes up as Down syndrome Jesus. That's really sad. Goodness, we are going to... There we go. There we go. Okay. Anyways, let's get into your reading here. So I can tell that there's a lot of negative energy surrounding you just because of the group of like negative energies that are coming into the chat today. This also showed up in Leo, which Aquarius, you are the sister sign of Leo. So it might be some significance there. Or you might want to watch that reading. Leo's reading was really positive though and really good. They're going through healing and starting a brand new chapter. So if you do have Leo in your chart and you feel like this doesn't resonate, that might resonate more. Okay. Or you could be dealing with a Leo in your life. Okay. But anyways, there's a lot of like negative self-talk that's going on. There's a need to practice forgiveness and be careful about, again, operating from the subconscious mind where we keep making the same bad decisions and keeping ourselves in like these, insanity loops. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results, right? Yeah, God of reflection. So there's a need to spend some time in reflection, okay? Because the qualities that you see in others are simply your own reflection. And so there might have been a lot of projection recently, whether you're projecting on others or, projecting certain qualities into the universe around you, which is the mirroring in your reality. Messages, please, for Aquarius. What do they need to know? Messages, please, for Aquarius. We have the God of spiritual healing, but it's coming up in the reverse. So it's like you keep hitting these blockages in your healing, and I feel like it's because of your subconscious mind hijacking it to protect you or the way that you want to view yourself, okay? Yeah. An aspect of you in your life is needing healing. Okay, so spirit is coming through to say like the universe has heard your silent call for help and they keep sending you opportunities to heal, but you keep refusing the healing, Aquarius. This is like, you know how people say, and every single zodiac archetype, Aquarius is an archetype, right? They have high vibration and low vibration. It doesn't automatically equate to good versus bad or good versus evil. And I'm not saying that your intentions are malicious or anything like that, but they can self-harm, right? And that's what I'm seeing here is there seems to be a lot of self-harm, okay, due to this. So angel balance in the reverse, again, there's a lack of balance within like your reality right now. There could be a lot of focus on materialism or what you can create for yourself because that's where you feel like you can control things. And you're like, there might be some sort of association as well where it's like, if I drive a Bentley or whatever, then people will respect me, It's kind of reminding me of like that Diddy documentary. not that I'm not comparing you to Diddy, I'm sorry, but just, I like the way that 50 Cent had displayed that, where he's like, Diddy was subjected to all of these movies of like gangsters and stuff like that. So that's what Diddy perceived to be the cool thing. And that's what he wanted to align with. He was like, oh, hoes, bitches, money. That's what I want to align with, right? And there's something here that unconsciously, and it could be from your childhood, right? That you saw as being successful, as being seen as good, or whatever it may be, that you're still aligned to, that spirit keeps bringing up for you, and it's a repetitive pattern, okay? Thank you. We have appreciation. And then the Sun card in the reverse. The Sun card in the reverse is, again, a lack of healing, and it's a lack of success. It's also ego, all right? But with the appreciation card in the upright, there's this energy here of, like, appreciating the good, the bad, the ugly. It's appreciating all of life. It's recognizing beauty in your shadow. It's recognizing beauty in human flaws. As a human, we're all going to make mistakes. It's not about who's better than the next, or who's seen as this or who's seen as that. That's all ego that tells you that there has to be this hierarchy. You have to eliminate hierarchies within your brain, within your mind, okay? And you know, it's like some of you guys, you're looking back at your past, and it's this energy where you know, you're like, there's nothing beautiful there, there's nothing there. It's also like the shadow, you can see the light here in the shadow, so it's like you're looking at your shadow and you're like, it's gross, I need to eradicate it. When people are like, oh, I've healed from my shadow, da, 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 I just laugh, I giggle, like, I don't know what you're talking about. We don't, you know, when it says ego death, it's just ego integration. It's not really an ego death, okay? You'll always have an ego. Your ego is there to protect you. It's a friend that wants to protect you, but sometimes it's not always right, right? Like our friends sometimes give us advice and like, yeah, fuck him, key his car, but we know that keying his car is not the right thing to do. So it's that kind of energy there, right? They have good intentions. Your ego has good intentions. Your subconscious mind has good intentions, but the impact of it is what you need to focus on. So there maybe need to be a focus on like impact here, okay? Messages, please. The angel of strength, okay, which is courage and bravery. And then you have the sixth chakra, which is in the reverse. So your intuition is a little bit off right now. And again, because some of you guys are a little focused on materialism. The world card in the reverse. We also have envy here and hostilities, okay? Anger, yeah, financial constraints and attachment. So some of you guys might be struggling a little bit financially, or maybe you're not where you want to be in your life. That's completely normal. And usually when our soul is out of alignment, it impacts our current reality by blocking our finances and stuff like that, okay? And it's very typical. And I want to remind you gently that everything has its season. So sometimes we go through a season of abundance, and sometimes we, you know, go through a season of lack, right? Or restriction is what I like to call it instead of lack. It's restriction, where we're restricting ourselves in certain ways that we need to, you know, again, liberate ourselves from. So let's go ahead and see what strength card here is. This is where it's like needing to build that resilience, that discipline. Spirit is saying discipline. You need more discipline within your life, within your reality. You are co-ruled by Saturn. And I feel like you're more in your Uranus energy, where it's like innovative thinking, this, and it's moving really fast. But then there's a lack of integration of the Saturnian energy that is also a huge part of you, okay? And that's where you're hitting. It's like you're innovative energy is hitting these restrictions, and then it's making you think negatively about yourself, okay? And that's what I'm getting in this situation. So tell me about the angel of strength. We have the king of swords. This is you and your power. And it's like strengthen your thoughts, restructuring your thoughts to bring more harmony in your life and operating from your heart rather than your mind. Now's not a time for you to operate from your mind. It's the time for you to operate through your heart, through discipline. Discipline is the greatest form of self-love, having the discipline to follow through on things that you said that you were going to do. All right, with the sixth chakra in the reverse, we have the king of wands in the reverse. This is that impulsivity, right? The, you know, not following through. This is like not taking action on that. This is the overthinking. It's being self-critical, self-analyzing, okay? Not taking leadership of a situation or feeling victim to a situation. Five of Pentacles and the justice in the reverse. Yeah, there's a lack of balance here. Somebody here, you need to balance your sixth chakra, your third eye, okay? The star card, Aquarius, in order to fully like step into your power, there's like healing or what you perceive as, you know, being aligned, the Ace of Swords, because there's a distortion in your reality right now. Some of you guys, you might benefit from some sort of detox. Okay, this isn't going to be for everyone, but it is what I'm getting. Somebody here tried to like open their third eye way too quickly, your crown chakra, your third eye, and that ends up leading us into this type of like psychosis. Now every psychosis is a little bit different. I'm not saying that you're in psychosis, by the way. I can see the energy of like with a lack of grounding, it's going to keep you like up here and you're not actually in your body. You're not feeling safe in your body. You're not feeling present in your body, which keeps you living in your mind and above in the higher chakras. And there's something here about needing to feel safe in your body again, or needing to ground your energy. Okay, so again, tapping into the unseen realms without grounding your energy is just completely pointless here, because that's when you get people that think that they're fucking Metatron. Okay. You get people that think that they're Mary Magdalene, like, you know, and they start identifying so heavily with these archetypes, and that's just not rooted in reality. They get so far away from reality. So I feel like some of you guys are having a hard time trusting your own intuition right now, and there's a need to ground yourself and remain disciplined or create some sort of practice here. And there's a need to build confidence within yourself. You know, we're all beginners at certain things, okay? And it's okay to be a beginner. I feel like somebody here is struggling with being a beginner at something because they want to be seen as something different, as something knowledgeable, as master, or maybe things typically come easy to them, but that's not always the case, you know? Babies don't just come out chewing steak and cooking 5-star foods and, you know, with their PhDs, okay? Yeah, straight out of the pussy with my PhD. It's just like, that's just not how it works. It's so funny when we think about it that way, right? And so, you know, it's like everything has its phase that it goes through in order to have the level of mastery that is necessary, okay? Messages, please, for Aquarius. All right, fear came right back out. We have unhealed, bad decisions, subconscious blockages. So somebody's ego keeps stepping in and hijacking your experiences when it comes to evolution. We have spirit guides in the reverse. Somebody's not listening to their spirit guides. And your future energy is autopilot. Okay, so it looks like you're going to continue the cycle, honestly, for whoever this is. Yep, you have shadow self as your overall energy. You are in your shadow self. There's repression here. There's a lack of awareness. There's guilt and shame / auto responses that are kind of happening through you right now. You're experiencing the same experiences every single day. You're on autopilot, all right? Your guides are trying to warn you. They're trying to communicate here and you're not listening. Aquarius, you know how people say like you have this God complex? This is somebody here. I don't know who this is. I love you. I'm saying this respectfully. I'm not one of those bullshit readers. Not every single reading is going to be meant for you and they shouldn't be meant for you. This is somebody here with a little bit of a God complex. Like, I know everything. I'm unteachable. As soon as you think that you know everything, you know nothing at all. You need to be teachable, okay? Yeah, we have the Moon card and the Lovers card in the reverse. There's a lot of illusion here. There's a lot of illusion. There's a need to really dive into subconscious patterns, okay? Subconscious patterns I'm hearing. Tell me about the spirit guides. We have the Queen of Cups in the reverse. You're not listening to them. You're not nurturing yourself. You're not taking care of yourself. You're just continuously like getting frustrated here. Because things aren't happening in the way that you want them to happen, but what you're trying to do is you're trying to force and control things around you to happen that way. 10 of Cups in the reverse, and then you don't get the outcome that you're wanting. You have your ancestors and guides that are trying to come through. They're trying to help you, but you are rejecting their help. You are rejecting these things. The Hierophant in the reverse. Yeah, wisdom is trying to come into you, but baby, you're running faster. And this is what I'm getting here for this. Like, Page of Pentacles. It's time for you to sit down and learn. You don't know everything. And because of it, it's like you're fucking yourself over. The Hierophant in reverse is also lies. It's like believing lies or distortion. Tell me about autopilot. Thank you. We have the Hanged Man and it came out sideways. It's like you have this chance to break free of this autopilot programming here. 7 of Cups, but because you're living in your mind, you're living in your ego. Page of Wands in the reverse, which is making you act recklessly here because you're overthinking and then you're aligning yourself to more lessons, karmic lessons, okay, with the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. And it's like you're keeping yourself in this loop. Tell me about shadow self. We have the 6 of Wands. Look at me. It's like, what are you doing certain things for attention or are you doing them for soul? 8 of Wands in reverse. So, okay, what it's telling me here with the shadow self is like other people can see your shadow more than you can right now. It's not obvious to you, but it is obvious to other people around you. Okay, so there might be individuals that are like calling you out on certain things. You're like, that's not me, that's you. You know what I mean? It's that type of energy here. King of Pentacles in reverse, and it's because you're not grounded. Nine of Cups in the reverse. Maybe you're being selfish right now. Maybe, you know, you're doing everything that you think that you need to do, but it's not the right thing to do. What you're doing is, it's like you're putting a Band-Aid consistently on situations that need stitches and time to heal. Three of Swords and time to heal. Knight of Swords, you need discipline here. Seven of Wands, and it's okay to feel defeated. I feel like somebody here doesn't want to feel defeated. They want to feel like, no, everything's good, everything's fine, everything is what it is, and it's okay for things to not be fine. Like, you have to be okay with that. Sometimes things aren't fine. You know, I've told my YouTube channel here, I was extremely depressed, like maybe it was like 2 months ago or something like that, a month ago, I don't know, but it was during the time of my ankle breaking. Okay, I was extremely depressed, and it brought me up suicidal thoughts and stuff like that. I'm not gonna sit there and pretend like my life was so good. Oh my gosh, no, I'm human. I have some pretty dark moments in my life and in my reality. I've done things that I'm not proud of, you know, and I've had thoughts that I felt like I would never escape from. And, you know, especially growing up, like, I didn't even think I would live past 27. I told everybody, including my first husband, my parents know that I thought this way. I told everyone I was going to die when I was 27 years old. And guess what? A part of me did. A part of me did. It turns out that it was my mom that died right when I was 27. And I awakened to a whole different new life, okay? So maybe some of you guys are feeling that. Maybe some of you guys are 27. All right, maybe there's something here, you know, about, yeah, mask. But loss of identity, okay? Find your true self again. So some of you guys need to remove the mask of like how you think that you're supposed to be or act or whatever, and start showing up as your authentic self without thinking that there's automatically something wrong with you for being your authentic self, okay? Some of you guys, yeah, it's like there's some transmutation that needs to be happening. Trust and surrendering control and keeping your narrative in alignment with your goals, okay? All right, let's go ahead and see what we've got here. Messages, please, for Aquarius. This is a little bit of a harder message. There's probably like 3 of you that will actually listen to it. Shout out to the 3 of you. All right. Yeah. You're not stuck. Stuck is an illusion, okay? Created by ego. Eyes wide open, snakes around. And, ooh, Jesus, too many cards. Be strong, be bold, take the leap. Overall energy is you are dating an energy vampire. So for some of you guys, you're dating somebody who is not good for you. Maybe they're influencing you or your energetic field in a way that's not positive for you. Let's see what we have. Tell me you're not stuck. Stuck is an illusion created by ego. We have the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. So this is what's truly happening is like you're making impractical decisions, okay? Strength card in the reverse, so you're not being courageous. 5 of Pentacles, which is leaving your spirit feeling drained. So there's a need to make more practical decisions. Tell me about eyes wide open, snakes around. You guys are growing through it right now, honestly. Thank you. We have 8 of Swords. Ooh. And 4 of Wands. There's a lot of disharmony around you right now, Aquarius, okay? There can be disharmony like within friend circles, friend groups, and it's because of some type of manipulation. King of Swords in the reverse. What's the King of Swords in reverse? Obviously, it's lies and manipulation. 2 Cups in the reverse. Could be manipulating a manipulating partner here with the 2 Cups, or this could be a very specific friend group or circle. That's my dog. Hi, hello. Friendship group or circle that is, it's like everybody's kind of lying and manipulating, not being honest here. I'm going to be honest, the King of Swords does represent Aquarius. So Aquarius, this could be you not being honest with like your friend circle or those around you, the Moon card, or this could be a Cancer here creating illusions with the Moon card, a mother figure as well. The Moon represents the mother in a situation. The Devil card in the reverse. Whatever it is, it's unconscious toxicity. All right, tell me about be strong, be bold, take the leap. 2 of Swords in the reverse. You're not blocked. Page of Pentacles, but you do have lessons to learn, and you have to leap into these lessons fearlessly. I heard ferociously. King of Pentacles. See, exactly, because then you go from the student to the master. Page to the master here. And that's what Spirit's asking you. Be strong, be bold, and take the leap here into this initiation so you can master this lesson. Tell me about you are dating an energy vampire. We have the Ace of Swords. Spirit's saying that's the truth, or you're about to see the truth. There's some sort of truth that's going to come to light. Eight of Wands in the reverse. How somebody is actually like delaying you. They're not helping your progress. They're hindering it. It's like wasting time here. Page of Wands in the reverse. You could be with a fire sign. But somebody's very like impulsive. Queen of Cups, emotionally manipulative. Five of Cups here. Okay, the thing is that somebody here is really depressed and they don't realize how much of an energetic vampire that they are. They don't want to be honest about their depression. Queen of Swords in the reverse and the High Priestess. Yeah, their third eye is blocked. Like, they are ruminating. They have a lot of negative thoughts here. Four of Swords, they have anxiety. They're not sleeping well. The Hermit card, and it's like they're hiding that Virgo energy. Okay, they're trying to like hide this from the world or from people around. Ace of Cups, Judgment reverse. Because they're incapable of actually honoring like their emotions and their feelings properly, or being real with, you know, the world around. It's festering, like it's building. I'm hearing infestation. Like they're showing me like, you know, if you have bats, for example, in your attic and you don't properly get rid of the bats, you're gonna have a bat infestation. If you have, you know, a wasp nest and you don't get rid of the wasp nest, you're gonna have a wasp infestation. And that's what I'm seeing in this situation. Okay. Three of Wands. Yeah, it's only going to grow and expand. There's something here about Jupiter energy, and Jupiter is expansion. Okay, so understand that people are like, oh, Jupiter's so good, so this, so that. And that's not always the truth. Jupiter is just expansion. It's not good nor evil. It tends to expand on anything. So for example, my mom was a Sagittarius. She was ruled by Jupiter. You could say good luck came to her, but at the same time, she also had demons that she was fighting and addictions. And that made her expand into those addictions and those demons until she ended up taking her life, you know, and she lost herself the war against, you know, that addiction that she was fighting. So it's just that type of energy here that I don't know how that, check your where you've got Jupiter, okay, where you've got Sag energy in your chart. Somebody here needs to go clean and organize. Your home is an extension of your energy. Some of you guys are working in a very toxic work environment, all right? And there's opportunities that are trying to come for you as soon as these lessons are learned. Yeah, treasure chest here. Some of you guys have brilliant ideas that you're meant to act on, but you need to be disciplined to follow through with them. Okay. That energy was heavy. Hopefully the rest of the messages are good. Let's get into your finances and career, then your love life, and we'll close it out with spirit guide messages. You guys are the final sign that I'm doing today. I'm trying to do all the signs that I didn't do last week. So messages, please, for Aquarius. Finances and career. Finances and career. We had a card try to jump, but it didn't. Okay, we have fertility, but it's showing up in the reverse. Somebody here could be pregnant. Maybe, oh, we have new beginning, and it's showing up in the reverse as well. We have rose, launching a project, loyalty, divorce assets, child support, and work drama. Damn. Okay, for a lot of you guys, you're letting your love life impact your finances in some sort of way, or it is playing a huge role within your finances. For example, if you're going through a divorce or a separation, there might be something here about certain assets, child support, shared money. I'm hearing 8th house, which is other people's money, shared money, 2nd house. Okay, so you could have significant Taurus or Scorpio placements, and you might be learning lessons around this. With loyalty in the reverse here, We have true friendship and loyalty are amongst the most important values. Be loyal to your friends, but in the reverse, it's like a lack of loyalty to something. All right, I don't know what's going on, you guys. Tell me about fertility. King of Swords in the reverse, 5 of Cups. So we have depression, negative thinking, 6 of Cups, and past wounding patterns. Tell me about new beginning. Your mental health is impacting your work. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, that's great. So there's divine timing here, but right now it's like claiming victimhood to something or feeling like you're a victim to something that you're not a victim to. 4 of Swords in reverse. You have a lot of anxiety right now. Honestly, it's the same thing. It's like no matter what, maybe you work like in the public eye or something like that. You know who I'm picking up right now? Fuck, I just forgot his name. Oh, come on, dude. The Secret Lives of Mormon dude. Dakota here. Page of Pentacles in the reverse. King of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, I just feel like the opportunities aren't there right now for like money for you. And you're stressed about that. You're stressed about how you're being perceived. You're stressed about money. You're stressed about children. You could have court issues going on with children. There could be drama at work, or you work in the public eye. There's something dramatic here. I do see whatever issues are going on with like child custody, assets, etc. I do see that leveling out, if I'm being honest with you. I see you and another person working together to find common ground. I do see payouts happening, quite large chunks as well, or financial support coming into a situation, especially if you have shared children, okay? Tell me about financial relief. The Sun card, yeah. So you're getting financial relief in a situation. So there's going to be child support coming in for you. Somebody here might be more of a supportive figure, like a supportive role. What is it? Like a stay-at-home mom, stay-at-home dad, stay-at-home parental figure. 7 of Wands in the reverse. Somebody here needs to let their guard down a little bit when it comes to their finances, because like you keep ruminating on the same thing. Yeah, Judgment. I do see something going in your favor though, again, which is going to ease your mind. It is. It's going to ease your mind. Whatever this is, it ends up working for you. Talk about launching a new project. We have the Moon card in the reverse. And Queen of Wands reversed. Page of Wands. So the idea is there, but the footwork is not. You need to put more footwork into this. You might just have like a new idea or a fresh idea. Like, okay, now that I know that I'm secure financially, like I can work on this or I can focus on this. And that's kind of what I'm getting here. So it's a new beginning, but it's not. It's like... It's not like a clean sweep over, but it's a new beginning and like it's not going to destroy your mental health anymore. Okay, some of you guys, it might be a new job, genuinely, okay, or it's just like some sort of financial relief and feeling more content, where it's like I don't have to worry about this, all I need to focus on is X, Y, and Z, right? Tell me about work drama though for this. They're dealing with that. 9 of Cups in the reverse and the 8 of Swords in reverse. Somebody doesn't see how selfish they are. 10 of Cups in the reverse. Maybe they have been focused on career and finances rather than family. This could be a family member that's living off of you or living with you. We have the Empress, Taurus, Libra energy, and then the 3 of Pentacles here in the reverse. You feel like somebody's not working together with you. 8 of Cups, like somebody's just like leaving you behind in this situation. For some of you guys, you might be feeling like abandoned by a family member, or a family member can be feeling this about you. Okay, whether it's a child or an adult. Why is this happening at work? Do you guys work together? Do you work with your family? You might work with your family. There's some sort of toxic patterns here. Tell me about the love life. Free Page of Cups and the Star card, Aquarius. Okay. So you're more focused on like your love life than you are finances right now. Two of Wands and the Queen of Cups. King of Cups in the reverse. Because you and your partner aren't seeing eye to eye on things. Ten of Wands. And it's like you feel like you have a lot of responsibility, a lot of burden. You and the person that you're with. You know, oh, I forget the show that I'm watching. I don't even know what it's called. It's good though. It's based on a true story. That's all I know because every single time the next episode starts, they say it's based on a true story. But anyways, the wife was having issues here because, you know, the husband travels so much for work, and it could be something like that where it's like you're having issues here because somebody travels a lot for work, or they're not home. They don't spend enough time with the family. Like you want more family time. And that might be coming up this week. Okay, for some of you guys. Could also be, since the holidays are here, some of you guys, it's like you don't have the money to go visit family right now, and they're angry about that. So you have family that is mad at you. If you're looking for a new job or a new opportunity, I do see that coming in. Be patient. Spirit's asking you to be patient here. You have mind power. Nine of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. So again, there's divine timing. Like it doesn't matter how much you think about something, it's going to happen when it's meant to happen. Be careful about, you know, listening to the goblins in your mind about a situation, okay? And then we have abuse of power and authority. What is that about? Somebody could be abusing their power. Yeah, Four of Wands. This is in the home environment, home life. Okay, or if you work in an office specifically, somebody's trying to abuse their power. There's some sort of disharmony and arguments. Six of Wands in the reverse. You're trying to like keep it cool though about this. The World card. You could be dealing with another fixed sign like yourself. Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, or possibly even another Aquarius. Okay, make sure that you're not abusing your power or like manipulating. Like in the show last night, he was talking to this lady and he was saying, you know, yeah, sometimes I feel like my wife manipulated me so that I wouldn't have a traveling job anymore, a job that, you know, I actually enjoyed doing. So now I'm stuck in a company that I don't like because she was manipulating me. So, it's something like that. Like, be careful about like manipulating things because then it gives results that you're not happy with. And that can lead to resentment later. Okay. Whether it's you or it could be somebody else manipulating things with you. Like, I don't know where it goes. I don't know why it's showing up in money. It could, you know, it could be baby daddy for all I know that's like manipulating the situation and like, I'm not giving you child support. I'm broke. I'm not working. Meanwhile, they're working. They're just working under the table. If that makes sense. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and move on here, though. It will resolve in your favor, though. Future energy look better. There's divine timing here. Okay. Be careful about overthinking things. Overthinking things isn't going to make it work faster. All right. Show me what we have here for love life. Matters of the heart, please, for Aquarius. We have hammer cards. So sabotage. We have cassette and addiction in your current energy. Jesus. And the wedding rings in the reverse with healthy choices in the reverse. Okay, there's a lot of outdated thinking, a lot of outdated conditioning here. Replaying events in your head. Being codependent, possessive. Okay, it's blocked. It's that fear card, right? It's these unconscious blockages here. So somebody's sabotaging something, whoever this is. Tell me about this. We have the Queen of Wands in the reverse. Out of insecurity, somebody's very insecure. Very, very insecure with themselves. They come off as confident, though, is what I'm seeing. Okay? They come off as confident, but they are very insecure. This could be a fire sign. Seven of Wands. And they're very defensive because of their insecurity. This could be somebody, this person around you, like needing, yeah, selfish. They're very selfish as well. The Nine of Cups in the reverse. Like self-gratification. They come first, okay? Knight of Swords, and they're very argumentative as well. They are intelligent though enough to have like these conversations. However, their intelligence isn't rooted, it's not integrated, it's just learned. like researched. Okay, there's a difference between like learned experience, like hand-on experience where it's like you've actually learned it, versus like researching. Like for example, if you research how, you know, what it's like being a waitress, like you don't actually know how hard it is to be a waitress. And that's why I always definitely side eye the fuck out of those people that are rude to like service people in the service industry. Okay, I have not touched Gemini and Cancer today, and you're between the two, Dave. I will get to Gemini and Cancer tomorrow. That is a promise from me to you. Okay. But no, this is the last sign I'm doing today. I do have to make dinner. I usually make dinner for my kids when they get home. They'll be home in like 15 minutes. And I don't have anything made. I don't have anything defrosted. I'm a little bit of a slacker today. So I did not plan ahead. I'm human today. But I will get to that though. I will do that tomorrow. Okay. Anyways, so somebody here, you know, they don't have learned experience. They have researched experience, researched wisdom. You know, that's why, thank you. Yeah, spirit, exactly. That's why Spirit's showing me. That's why when it comes to like surgeons and doctors, they have to go through that program there and learn how to do things in person. They have to do the surgeries. They have to, I forget what that position's called. They have to do the internship. I had it there. It was like on the tip of my tongue, you know? And so this person, you know, they don't really understand that though. And so it's like they try to intellectualize everything. Tell me about cassette and addiction. So this person's very possessive, codependent, and they don't see that here. Yeah, Ten of Wands. They unload their burdens or expectations onto others around them. We do have the Lovers card in the reverse. This could be a Gemini that you're dealing with. Does not have to be. Or there's like something here about their communication. Like they have all these expectations, but they don't communicate the expectations. Okay. Yeah, the Nine of Pentacles here. Again, they're very self-focused. Like, why are nines coming up in a relationship read? 9 is about thyself. It's a one-person number. This isn't... 7 of Pentacles in the reverse. I feel like this is like a repeated pattern or lesson with this individual. 2 of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, they've completely dropped the fucking ball. Their ancestors and guides are not... Our ancestors and guides never like abandon us, but they're definitely taking a step back because like this person's not even listening to us. I told you, Temperance card in the reverse. They're not even listening to us. There's no harmony in this person. They can't hear anything. Tell me about wedding rings in the reverse. I feel like somebody here is going to sabotage their way out of a relationship. The Moon card. Yeah, through the illusions that they're creating. The World card in the reverse. And the Ten of Cups. They're going to sabotage their way out of a relationship. This person does not know how to make healthy choices or decisions. They don't learn from their past mistakes. Okay, it's like they is on to the next, on to the next one. Yeah, hard to move on. What does he say? Is that J. Cole? Kid Cudi? I don't know. It's like somebody's stuck on somebody from the past or situations from the past, okay? Tell me about healthy choices in the reverse. Yeah, 3 of Pentacles in reverse. And they're failing. Like, they're failing themselves. But they're failing other people that they keep, you know, bringing into their vortex, into their energy. King of Swords in the reverse. They're failing themselves by like lying to themselves. Like somebody here needs a dose of radical honesty with themselves. The Emperor card in the reverse. And they're just trying to be controlling here. This could be a baby daddy. This could be an Aries. Okay. J. Cole. Yeah. Thank you. Hard to move on when you always regret one. Thank you. Thank you. So this person might still have, you know, things that they regret that they haven't actually like healed through. You could be dealing with an Aries. You could be dealing with a baby daddy, baby mama. Okay. But it's whoever this is, and it's just the archetype, right? So the archetype there is, you know, with the Emperor reversed, is somebody who's very controlling, who wants it my way or the highway, and they don't really budge on these things, you know? Yeah, 3 of Swords in reverse. This is somebody who's kind of refusing to heal. 2 of Cups, and because of that, they're going to ruin every good connection that comes into their life. So I don't know, somebody's not making healthy choices or decisions, and it's going to have a huge backfire. They need to learn to be honest with themselves. Like, they screw up. I'm hearing every relationship here. Mask. Again, this is the mask card here, okay? They're not showing their true feelings. They're hiding who they are. They're gaslighting people. They're pretending to be one thing when they're not that thing. Okay, I like you in the reverse. And then we have stalking. This person like stalks. They spend a lot of time online, like stalking, monitoring others. This person could be a monitoring spirit as well. You know, they focus a lot outside of them, which doesn't allow them to actually move through cycles. So they just continue repeating these cycles. Okay, Axe, yeah. And this Axe card literally says break up, separation, stop the pattern. Yeah. Behind that, we have girl talk here. So Aquarius, I feel like you're going to end up single. Honestly, I feel like the person that you're dealing with is really battling demons right now that you are not your responsibility. Okay, sometimes we show up for not sometimes, like in committed relationships it's good to show up for people, but you have to know, like, for example, I can't drag, you know, like my mom, she had her own demons, right? Bringing that up again. Maybe somebody's dealing with addiction. Okay, you know, I can't drag my mom to rehab because she might stay in rehab for, you know, 30 days, whatever, and then turn around and do it all over again. That's what she did. You know, she went to rehab like 50 fucking times, jail, everything. Nothing changed it. Messages, please, to close this reading out. Listen to some high vibrational music, Aquarius. We have work in silence. All right. Dream bigger. What you want is already aligned. New light codes are being activated within you. External energies are impacting you. We do have opportunities are coming. They're in the reverse, so be open to them. Create better boundaries. All right. And free yourself from destructive thoughts. Recognize that you are magic. Aquarius, don't forget to like this reading here. I know this was a tough one. I love you, babies, though. I know you're going to get through it. You always do. You are resilient. Okay. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.